The balance of human qualities. At first blush, human values and their enemies may appear to be black and white, one set is good and the other is bad. On the contrary, it is not one virtue or one vice that determine the goodness of an individual or a society, but rather a balance of many qualities. Sometimes these qualities might contradict each other and require a compromise. An example of this is the judiciary system. If severe punishments are doled out for every minor mistake, driving over the speed limit or making an accidental error in income tax filing, then a large percentage of the population will soon end up in jail. At the same time, if the system does not punish anyone and tolerates all misdemeanors, then there will be empty jails but a lawless society. Here, balance is needed. Or, imagine a colleague in your office smells bad. Should that fact be pointed out bluntly? If someone handles the situation in such a fashion, then truth has been upheld, but sensitivity toward the person's feelings has been sacrificed. Navigating these subjective situations requires compromises between truth, sensitivity, dharma, and personal judgment to determine which values and virtues to uphold. As illustrated by these examples, we face situations every day in which various values are at play and wise compromises are warranted. That is why it is so important to understand the concepts relating to human values and to develop a level of wisdom in these matters. Balancing various positive qualities is an art, one that we must all practice. This table presents some examples of balance. For example, too much courage may lead to reckless behavior, and too little courage can make one timid. One who spends too little money is a miser, and one who spends too much is a spendthrift. Similarly, one who is very modest is bashful, and one who is not modest enough can come off as boastful. It is therefore critical to maintain a balanced distribution of different qualities, even of the positive varieties. Too much of one quality invariably leads to the sacrifice of another, creating an unsavory imbalance. Take as another example the virtue of love for one's motherland, or patriotism. Many patriots in history have loved their country, race, or religion to such an extent that it aroused a hatred for others. Hitler in Nazi Germany is an example from recent history. His love of Germany and feverish pursuit of the Aryan race led to the attempted genocide of many other groups. The proportion of these qualities varies from one person to another and manifests to varying degrees depending on the situation at hand. There is no hard and fast formula for how one should proceed in life. Finding balance is an important and universal life lesson, but the definition of balance and the journey to discover it is different for everyone. Balance has been an important component of all philosophies. Aristotle referred to it as the golden mean, or the desirable middle between two extremes. The one side he called excess, and the other deficiency. Confucius wrote a book called The Doctrine of the Mean, which is a text providing guidance to perfecting oneself and focuses on moderation as an important component of this process. Buddhist philosophy also stresses balance and has been referred to as the middle way. Even something like anger that is typically considered bad can be healthy on some level. In a world of good and bad, anger is often a reaction to the bad. At that point, it is the anger that makes one shun the bad or fight for justice. Aristotle once said, "Anybody can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy." In the Rudram it reads, "May I have a sense of resentment, which is just, and anger, which is righteous. Let me have the right self-control for dignified manifestation of anger." In conclusion, remember that all virtues are valuable, especially when developed together and not in excess. In a world that loves extremes, finding balance cultivates both peace and prosperity.